MD says, what did you do before coming into IT? So what I did, man, I went into the military when I was 19 years old, and I was a security police officer. Actually, I was a weapons specialist, where they taught me like 5, 6 different kinds of weapons. I'm not making this shit up. This is real. And I was in the Air Force, and I was a weapons specialist. I protected planes for the first 3 years. I did that. Then I got transitioned into law enforcement, where I was literally a cop. I was like doing, traffic citations and stuff like that. Learn criminal justice stuff, like things like that. So that's my background when I was 19 years old, all the way until I was like 24 or something. Then I cross trained. That's what they call in the military. I cross trained into computers, and then I did that for like 3 years in the military. And then I got out of the military, and then I just been doing IT the whole time. So yeah, it's been a journey, man. Like, I've done nothing but security the whole time. Like, I've been doing security since 1996. It's all I've been doing, security stuff. Some of it's cool. I did not like being a cop. I gotta say, it was not an easy job. I really have a lot of respect for first responders. It's a very hard, thankless job. It's super hard. I never want to do that again. It was very stressful. It's the most stressful job I've ever done in my life. First responders, man, they really deserve a lot of our respect, because that is not an easy job. And I see why everybody's not made to be a cop, by the way. Not every human being should be a cop, because it takes a special, very strong mindset to be a cop. It takes an extremely good moral compass, because you have so much authority, and I think some people can't take the authority of being a cop. That's why there's so many, like, I think what happened with the shootings that you hear about here in the U.S. is that they hire people who should not be cops. And it's Chris Rock explained it. Chris Rock said, if you have a pilot can't have a bad day. You know what I mean? They have to be, because they always say, like, when a cop shoots a unarmed black dude in the back, right? And they're like, oh, it's just one of those bad apples, right? And Chris Rock was saying, no, you can't have no bad apples as a cop. And he's absolutely right. You can't have bad apples, because it's like a pilot. A pilot, you can't have bad apples. They crash a plane into a mountain, and people are like, do people say, oh, just one bad apple is one pilot's? No, you can't have bad apples as pilot. You can't have first responders that are bad apples. You can't have cops that are bad apples. So it just takes a certain mindset and a certain very good-hearted, decent person to be a cop, I think. Because I can see why they start hating people. Because like, as a cop, think about it. Every time you respond, you have to deal with sometimes the worst of the worst. You have to deal with people who are assholes, people who are crazy, people who are you're responding to people at their worst. You know what I mean? Like domestic violence. You're seeing people at their very worst in many instances. It's not always just routine traffic stops, or like, oh, we got to stop this kid from loitering, or you're seeing bad things, horrible things. And then sometimes you're seeing bad things happen to people as a first responder. It's hard. It's a hard job, man. So yeah, that's the first job I did. Before that, I was a newspaper boy. I did a lot of jobs before that.